So hello all, welcome back. In this video we are going to discuss about few more types of events. So first is equally likely events. Equally likely means if an event has equal chances to occur. For example, if we throw a die, so each and every phase has equal chances to occur. So 1 has equal chance to occur, 2 has equal chance to occur. So those events are called equally likely events. However, if we convert the die such that one number occurs the most, if we change the shape of this die such that one number occurs the most, so that die will become biased. So biased die has unequally likely events. So equally likely events are those events if one of them cannot be expected to occur in preference to the other. Next, let's move on to complementary events. So complementary event is simply if the sum of two event is 1, then we say event is complementary. Or complement of an event E is denoted as E dash or E bar, and it is written as 1 minus E. So suppose probability of getting 3 when a die is thrown is 1 by 6. So complement of 3 will be, probability of getting a complement of 3 will be 1 minus 1 by 6, which is 5 by 6. Means 3 cannot come, anything can come but 3 cannot come. So let's move on to mutually exclusive events. So a set of event is said to be mutually exclusive event if occurrence of one of them rules out the possibility of the occurrence of the other remaining events of the set. For example, if we throw a die, right? For example, if we throw a die, so sample space will have 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So an event A is there. The event A A is an event of odd number appears, and B is an event where even number appears. So A and B are not mutually, like A and B are said to be mutually exclusive events. Why? Because I'm writing here example. Suppose a die is thrown, so sample space will have 1 2 3 up to 6, right? So an event A with odd numbers, so odd numbers means 1 3 5. Event B with even numbers 2 4 6, right? So if A intersection B is 5, so A intersection B is 5 here, nothing is common. That means A and B are mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events, right? The events which are not mutually exclusive are called compatible events. A and B are mutually exclusive if and only if A intersection B is 5, right? Let's move on to next. So next we have one more thing. Always remember that simple events of a sample space are always mutually exclusive. Let's event A or B, if somewhere it is written that event A or B, that means what? A union B. Event A and B is there, that is A intersection B. Event A but not B means A minus B, or we can say A intersection B dash. This is complement of B. Now let's talk about the exercise questions, some questions. So I'll show you this. So in each of the following experiments, specify appropriate sample space. So we have to specify appropriate sample space. A coin is tossed 4 times. So a coin is tossed 4 times. So sample space we have to make. So sample space, first part, a coin is tossed 4 times. So how you can write the sample space? Simply as in the form of set. Suppose head is there on the first coin, head again on second, head, and then head again, right? Then now write down tail. This is a pattern I am showing you how to write in case of number of coins are 4. So first head, 4 tail. Now again head, tail, head. Okay, number of coins are 4, so that means 16 outcomes will be there. So write down it 8 times head first, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and then 7 and then 8. Then head, 4 times head, 4 times tail, then 2 times head, 2 times tail, 2 times head, 2 times tail, then head tail, head tail, head tail, head tail. So this is complete sample space. So head, comma, head tail, 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 comma, head tail head, comma, head tail. So these are the possible outcomes which are likely to occur. Same will be with tail also. So write down tail 8 times, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and rest will be same. Head tail, head 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 tail. Now tail head, now tail head tail, now tail head, now tail. So in this way total 16 outcomes will be there. So sample space will have 16 total outcomes in this way. Next, second part, a coin is tossed and a die is thrown. So a coin is tossed. So how many possible outcomes are there if a coin is tossed? So if a coin is tossed, 2 outcomes are there. Either we can have, second part, head in the coin. So a coin is tossed and a die is thrown. So head with 1 can occur, right? Head with 2 can occur, head with 3 can occur, head with 4 can occur, head with 5 can occur, head with 6 can occur. In the coin, suppose head is there and in the dice we have 1. In the coin, if head is there, 2. Similarly, in the coin we have head and in the dice we have 6. So similarly, comma, tail, if tail is there, so tail comma 1, comma tail comma 2, comma tail comma 3, comma tail comma 4, comma tail comma 5, tail comma 6. So these are the total number of events or sample space which can be there. So coin we can have head or tail, and die we can have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So head with 1, head with 2, head with 3, head with 4, head with 5, head with 6, tail with 1, tail with 2, tail with 3, tail with 4, tail with 5, tail with 6. So that's what we have written here. Next, the third is, a person is noting down the number of accidents along a street during a year. So a person is noting down number of experiments. So the sample space can be 1 2 and so on. Number of accidents may increase, right? Fourth, selecting 2 persons from a group of 3 men and 2 women. Now 2 persons, if we want to select from a group of 3 men and 2 women, right? So men can be M1, M2, let's denote man with M3, women W1, W2. Now we have to select how many people? 2 persons, right? So only 2 persons we want. Sample space can be M1, M2 or M1, M3, right? Similarly, we can have M2, M3, right? Similarly, we can have 2 persons we have to select. M2, M1 we have already selected. Now let's take man with women. So M1, W1, M2, W2, M1, W2. Take M1, W2. Now M2, W1, M2, W2, M3, W1, M3 W3 W2. So these are the all possible outcomes we can have. So 3 men and 2 women, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 9 possible cases we can have, right? So next, fifth part. In fifth part we have 2 boys and 2 girls are in room 1. So in room A. So in room A we have B1, B2, G1, G2, right? In room B we have 1 boy and 3 girls. So B3, G1, G2, G3, right? A room is selected and then a person. So firstly we have to select a room and then a person. Now sample space may have, first let's select A. So if room is A, person can be B1, right? If room is A again, person can be B2. If room is A, person can be G1, right? Is it clear? If room is A, person can be G2, right? So in room A we have these possible outcomes. Suppose if room is A, person can be B3 also. Firstly room will be selected and then the person. So it is not said that the person should belong to the same room. It is not there. So A B3, A G3, A G1, A G2, right? Same with B room, room with B1, B with B2. B2 is for boy, B1, B2, B with B3, then B with G1. Okay, take it G4, G5 and G6, so that the confusion should not be there. G4, G5 and G6. B with G2, B with G3, B with G3, B with G4 and B with G5. So these are all possible outcomes, all possible events of the sample space, right? So in this way we can write the sample space. Let's take another question. Second question. From a group of 2 boys and 3 girls, 2 children are selected. Find the sample space. Second. From a group of 2 boys and 3 girls. So 2 boys B1, B2, 3 girls G1, G2, G3, right? So how many students are selected? 2 children are selected. So sample space can be B1 with B2, B1 with G1, B1 with G2, B1 with G3. Similarly B2 with G1, B2 with G2, B2 with G3. Similarly G1 with G2, G1 with G3. Similarly G2 with G3, right? So these are all possible outcomes we can have. If 2 students we want to select, the sample space will have these events only, right? B1 with all these 4, B2 with all these 3, B1 is already there, B1 B2 is already there, so I have not written it again. G1 with all these 2, G2 with this girl. So this is sample space. Third, consider the experiment in which a coin is tossed repeatedly until a tail comes. So until a tail comes up, write the sample space. So until the tail comes, sample space will be, so a coin will continuously be tossed if a tail does not come, right? So in this way, if it is continuous, so it will be tossed. If it comes at first attempt, it will be stopped tossing. We have to stop tossing the coin. If it does not come in first attempt, second attempt, if it comes in second attempt, if it comes in third attempt, if it So in this way we are going to take it. So head until tail comes, we cannot stop. So these are the all possible sample outcomes, sample space. Okay, so that's all for today. In the next video we'll do further questions and we'll finish this exercise 13a. So there are, how many questions are there? 13a. We have to do these 2 questions. After that, this exercise, right? So thank you all. Bye bye, take care.